everyone. My name is Megan Cline. I'm part of the second generation here at Cline Family Cellars, and I'm here with our amazing winemaker of 19 years, Charlie Tsegeletos. And first of all, we want to say we miss you all so much. We know this has been a hard time for everyone. We hope you're all staying safe. And for those of you in the area, Cline Cellars is open for tastings. We are reservation only, open Thursday to Monday, 11 to 4. And we're also open for curbside pickup 11 to 3 those same days. So what we're going to be doing today is talking a little bit about Harvest 2020, what you guys can expect, where we are in the growing season, and a little bit about the club wines that you may have gotten in your latest shipment. So with that, I'll kind of hand it over to Charlie and we can kind of talk about where we're at right now in the growing season.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Megan. So here we are, we're toward the end of July, and we've had compared to last year, we've had a little bit warmer season, but we've had a lot less rain. So we're expecting to be harvesting about the same time, maybe a little bit earlier than last year. But we picked from a few different regions. We're expecting to start our harvest in probably 3 weeks in Contra Costa County. And we'll probably be starting with some late varieties like Palomino, and then moving into our Zinfandels. But it's just been a beautiful season so far. We're expecting some lovely grapes. I mean, it's interesting. California has weather sites, weather stations they plant around the state, and there's one in Carneros, and it's called the California Irrigation Management Information Services. And I've just got a quick comparison. Last year at this time, from January 1 through this date, 2019, we've gotten 18.9 inches of rain. This year, we've gotten 3 inches of rain.
We have had 0 rain all year, especially in the winter months. I think we got some rain in like May, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it's been driest, I think driest in the last couple hundred years or so.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, 80 to 89 degree days, a year ago we had 50 of those, between 80 and 89 degrees. This year we've had 37. So it is a little bit warmer year. Yeah. And then 90 to 99 degree days. Last year we had 3 of them. This year we've had 8. So that's kind of about the same thing.
And I will say veraison is going off throughout the vineyards. It's definitely getting time for those grapes to ripen up. So we're definitely getting excited for harvest.
Veraison is one of those grapes that they begin to color up a little bit. So if you go out to our Pinot Noir now, you're going to see about 50% of them are all colored up. You start accumulating sugar and you start dropping out acid. So it's really the time when we say, okay, this is really the ripening phase of that vineyard. Yeah, it's looking good out there.
Great. So with that, we'll kind of jump into some of the wines that you have gotten in your shipments, and we'll start with our 2019 Estate Viognier, which is one of my favorite wines that you make, Charlie. It is always delicious.
It's delicious. And the neat thing is you don't find a lot of Viognier out there. Where there's 100,000 acres of Chardonnay, there's 3,000 acres of Viognier, so it's a fairly rare variety. It's a variety that tends to bud out early. It pops, it sort of buds out in early March or so, and then it takes a long time to ripen up. So it is a frost year. This year was not a worry. But I think this 2019, I think you're going to get all those wonderful flavors you look for out of a Viognier, which are apricots.
Oh, and it's super floral too.
Super floral.
Really amazing. And really great texture. This is all stainless steel, right?
This is all stainless steel. It saw just a little bit of neutral oak during fermentation. So that added a little bit of a kind of a richness to it without overshadowing all those nice fruit flavors. Yeah. So this thing it didn't go through malolactic. It did see a little lees contact, but it was mostly white stainless steel fermentation to show off the fruit.
Yeah, and before we jump into some of the other ones, I want to point out that we have recipe pairings for all of these wines on our website as well, so make sure to check those out. We definitely have a lot of fun putting them together, and this wine, I'll say in particular, goes with a lot of either like spicy food or Asian-inspired cuisine, and really good on its own as well.
Yeah, there's a richness to this one.
All right. So next wine we're going to be talking about is our 2018 Mourvedre Rosé.
Mourvedre Rosé.
Yes.
Mourvedre is another one of those sort of rare grape varieties. It's considered a Rhone variety. There's about 1,000 acres of that in California versus 90,000 acres of Cabernet Sauvignon. We use it's a very versatile grape for us. We make this rosé, we make 2 table wines, and we make a late harvest wine all out of the same grape from different vineyards. This one we'll bring in 2 weeks earlier than the table wine, because we bring it, or than we do for the table wine, because we want a little bit. It's lighter in alcohol, it's lighter in color. We just want to show off that fresh fruit.
Yeah. This is actually the reason why I wore my watermelon shirt, because I get a lot of watermelon notes. It's really fresh, great summer wine, just to, they call it a porch pounder. What I love about this wine. Really, really easy to drink and absolutely delicious. And something also really unique, a lot of you know about our old vines in Contra Costa County, but this is part of our Ancient Vine series, some of those older vines that we grow in that sandy soil. Some of them over, 100 years old.
Yeah, some of them over 100 years old. This is really a fruit basket of flavors. I mean, you've got strawberry, you've got watermelon, you've got grapefruit, just a lot of stuff going on. This is no oak at all. This was cold stainless steel fermentation, just to show off that fruit.
Yeah, awesome. All right, next wine. I think next in our lineup we have our Big Break Zin.
Big Break Zin.
Yes. Okay.
This is a fun one. Megan said.
Yeah, no, it is.
Megan said that these were pretty old vines. These vines were planted in 1910, a lot of these vines. So this is William Taft's territory. This is the Boy Scouts were founded when these vines were planted. This is Arizona was the 48th state in the Union in that year. So these go back a ways.
I love it. Fun fact.
So the neat thing about these vines, they are dry farm. They put their roots way down in that deep sandy soil of Contra Costa of Oakland, California, where Fred spent his childhood, and we've got a lot of neat historic vines there. And they're not big yielding, but the flavor intensity is really strong. And interestingly enough, we've got eucalyptus trees on a kind of scattered throughout that vineyard, but in close proximity to this vineyard. So you get a real deep, spicy.
Kind of that herbaceous character in this one. And it's funny, I think certain years it's way more pronounced. I don't get it as super intense this year, but there's definitely still that herbal character to this
I
wine.
agree. And it combines nicely with, this is a very rich 100% Zinfandel. You can see how dark the thing is, and it's big bodied and all. But it's got that lovely strawberry that goes along nicely with that wine.
Definitely. Great job, Charlie.
Yeah, no, it's a nice wine. But good. I mean, I think you suggested it with lamb, with mint chimichurri. Very good.
There we go. Yeah.
Excellent.
Great. Really good wine. All right. Last one in our lineup is our Petite Syrah, our Lucchese Petite Syrah. This is definitely a blockbuster wine, but it's delicious. It has that concentration of flavor, kind of that dark berry compared to that more like strawberry character of the Zinfandel. Would you say?
I think that's a good depiction. Petite Syrah, it's a thin skin variety, but it's a very dark variety. So you can see how dark that wine is. That's 100% Petite Syrah. We farm a number of different vineyards. This is like our richest, most intense vineyard that we're coming from Contra Costa County with. 100% Petite Syrah. Again, to me, there's that dark berry, and there's a pepper to it too.
Totally.
There's also a fair amount of tannin to that grape, so you're going to get a really good structure. So if you've got a meaty dish that's got some fat in it, something like this.
I would say this is a classic, red meat pairing, and then if you're vegetarian, something like hearty mushrooms is the perfect pairing dish for this wine, I would say.
The oak is showing through in this wine too, so there's almost a mocha coffee element to it too. No, it's delicious. Makes me want lunch.
Yeah, so that is your club wines. Stay tuned, we're actually going to be doing some more tasting series and hopefully some live tasting events on Zoom. So we'll definitely hit you up when we got those all set, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.